It is happening. It is finally starting to show its ugly head. What is this it? I'm talking about the greed of WWE 2K. Or to be honest with you, Take-Two, the owner, the parent company of 2K in general, they have shown themselves their real colors with GTA, with the shark cars and in-game casinos. They've certainly way more than showed us like who they were with NBA 2K. Oh my god, like if you look at my team in that one, Jesus Christ, it gets insane. And I've been sitting here and patiently waiting because besides not supporting what they're doing, there's literally nothing else I can do to just wait, besides waiting. Ever since around WWE 2K17, where they introduced microtransaction-like things into the game. And then 2K19, they were like, hey, check out these card packs. It's free, by the way. You don't have to pay for any of these in real-life money. Don't worry about it. That's what they were saying, but it was obvious that one day in the future, they were going to go ahead and do what every other sports game does because, look, they just earned so much money. Insane amount of money. So 2K22 came around and we had my faction. Now I was like, okay, that's the beginning of the end. Surprisingly enough though, until WWE 2K24, we really haven't seen anything too ridiculous. Right? 2K22 was relatively chill. 2K23, it got a little bit worse because they started to, have all these alternate attires, like actual, modern looking big Papa Pump, Scott Steiner, and many other models that you could only play in my faction. And getting those things were a whole nother ordeal. And they brought more attention to these, attires by making them persona cards in WWE 2K24. And yeah, everybody wanted to get him. I mean, naturally so. Let's not forget about the fact that the My Faction mode in itself got updated and got better too, so there's more reason to play it. And obviously, every single time you enter the game now, they're like, hey, My Faction, look, idiot, here's My Faction. Play this mode now. Give us more money now. And guess what? They're starting to succeed. They're starting to succeed on a high level because in just 2 days, we had one person spending $400. Yes, $400 US just to get The Rock with the same entrance, same animation, same everything. He just has an updated tattoo. That was yesterday. What about today? Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I can proudly announce that we had news of somebody spending 600 euros. Yes, that is more than $400. As a matter of fact, that is $800. Somebody spent $800. Let me just show you the news. Huge shout out to Dishan Gaming, awesome YouTuber. In Smack Talk's latest video, someone confirmed they had spent over 600 euros to get Rock Roman 24 in WWE My Faction. That is $800, nearly $1,000 for a game that asks of you $150, $20 to buy the Ultimate Edition. So you give that much money just to buy the game. And then you quadruple that or way more than that just to get 2 cards that are going to go away as you play as them, right? I never played My Faction or just played it once or twice for a very short amount of time. So I'm not even sure about the fact that if you play with a card a certain amount of times, do they go away completely and you have to pull them again? Because if that's the case, that is literally insane. That is the same thing as like going into a basement and, getting dominated by a dominatrix and enjoying it. I don't know which one's better, to be honest with you. I'm not judging. It's your money and spend it however you want to spend it. That's what I want to say. But at the same time, because now people are spending this amount of money, $800 from one person, what's going to happen? My faction is going to get more pervasive. You think they're going to fix the universe mode? In 2 to 3 years, if we have universe mode or any other good single player mode in the game left, you'll be lucky. You'll be praying to gods. So because people are spending money, because people are actually engaging in this and buying it, the game is getting worse. And here's the thing. I can't get too angry about them because, number one, like I said, it's their money. Number two, you know that this thing is predatory. And if governments were able to be much more faster thinking and moving faster, and they had younger people in there, and we could pass legislation more with people who actually know what they, talk about when it comes to video games, this sort of stuff wouldn't happen. Because right now, 2K and every other game, like Battlefield, Battlefront, EA, just list all the EA games, Madden, they're running football-themed casinos, like war-themed casinos, right? World War I, World War II, doesn't matter. Modern war, WWE-themed casinos, and, basketball-themed casinos for children. For children. Now, obviously, that's a bad thing, right? A lot of people who play these games are obviously, children, because they got the money, they especially got the time to play these things, especially stuff like My Faction where it requires the grind. And hey man, if the grind is too much, just pay a little bit of money. Pay a little bit of money. You can go ahead and potentially get out of that grind. But the thing is, that's the worst thing right here. This guy might be super lucky spending $800 for this. Because yeah, like there's a potential that you might not even have to pay money. Or like you might buy a couple of packs, like say give $50 to the game and you get the pack that you want. Or you might have to pay $2,000 because it's all luck based. And people will do this because these are predatory. These rely on your senses. They, pull you in. No different than gambling. I don't think I have to explain what gambling is to anybody here. And again, the fact that the children can play this game is insane. Like, this should immediately be adult rated just because of that. Because, like, remember, if you're not a child watching this video, like, I'm going back to the times that when I was a kid, like, it would have been so easy for me to steal my father's, credit card and then just pay a whole bunch of money because I have no idea how money works, how life works. I have no idea what I'm doing anyways. I could freaking bankrupt my entire family with stuff like this. And for a long time, we've been eating good. I think with 2K24, we're still eating good. We're still getting a whole lot. Like, you look at NFL, you look at NBA 2K. Holy crap. Like, things are rough. Like, oh my God, things are so much worse there. But it's just unfortunate to see that, again, these type of ugly stuff are happening. And 2K is, as you can see, making a lot of money from this. So they're not going to stop. In fact, they're going to go ahead and make another, iteration of the My Faction mode that's going to be even more successful yet next year. And they're going to keep on making more money and more money and more money because either they can come out with a good game every year or they can just perfect the My Faction mode and basically do nothing for the rest of the year and earn 10 times more rather than working 10 times harder to make something beautiful, to make something with passion. It's every single sports game. Again, I'm just surprised that it's taking this long for 2K, WWE 2K to be more specific, to get on their level, which I was going to do this, but if we're saying get on their level, I should say this, yeah. Get down here, you know what I mean? All right, let's see what the guy said before we get out of here. He said, I spent over 600 euros to get both cards, and I'm not complaining as I paid it myself. I'm not blaming 2K for it, as I could have stopped myself at any time. But man, was I disappointed that the rock wasn't a final boss rock with Trons. There you go, music and entrance. The fact that she can't even put an alternate attire on My Faction characters like Roman Rock. So I'm left thinking, what was the point? So yeah, when you have the Roman Reigns, he'll have like the hoodie and stuff like that. You won't even be able to take his shirt off like for a wrestling match. You can't even do that. Just so they block, people from uploading these to the community creations, just so they can make $800. $800 on just 2 characters. Like, and by the way, sure, this guy was at fault for doing what he did, but like, I don't like the fact that he's like not blaming 2K here. 2K is absolutely to blame here as well. Yeah. It's like if someone is selling you drugs and you bought the drugs, well, you're an idiot for buying those drugs. No question. You're a complete idiot. But to say that the person who's selling you drugs is not at fault, it's your fault for getting addicted to those? Come on, bro. You're not taking straight. Allegedly, by the way. I'll say allegedly. You know what I mean? In a video game. But yeah, a sad day for us, man. A sad day for us. And I can only imagine the amount of bullcrap we're going to have to deal with when it comes to WWE 2K25. But all I'm saying is, yeah, don't engage with this stuff at all. Don't touch My Faction. And, well, the Titanic, it seems to be going down. So just let's try to have as much fun as we can together, and appreciate the good things we're getting in the 2K series as much as we can before this thing completely submerges. Because, yeah, as you know, my thing is pro wrestling, man. Like, I talk about pro wrestling all the time on the channel, and every single day of my life, I create so much content on it. But when this thing gets to like NBA 2K levels of bad, I might not ever play a WWE 2K game. Forget playing it on this channel, in my own time either. So yeah, I don't like to think about it, but man, the situation is rough right now. What do you think? What do you think about this? How do you feel? Because yeah, like I said, honestly, it just legit makes me sad. But yeah, that's all. All right, take care. Check out these videos on here. Check out these videos if you like to. All right, I'll see you on the next one.